Anthony on Air Podcast. Welcome in for another episode. Frankie C is here. We have a ton of things to talk about. We've got a drunk Tom Brady and a drunk Bruce Springsteen, allegedly. Rock and Roll Hall of Fame nominees were announced today, so we'll go over that list. The Lawyer Cat, storming the internet. We'll cover it. High C, back at McDonald. This is a big deal for a lot of people. We're going to talk about Clubhouse. We're on Clubhouse for the first time ever tonight. So if you have the Clubhouse app, if you don't have it, we'll explain. If you have the Clubhouse app, we'll tell you how you can listen to the show live, of course. Epstein Island making some news, so we'll delve into that. And, of course, what Donald Trump's next step is. That will be the finale to this episode. It'll be fantastic. Stick around towards the end. If you're watching on Facebook or YouTube, of course, you can see our new visual topic thing. So whatever topic you really want to see or hear, you can just go on over and zoom towards that one. Thanks to Hero Soap Company for sponsoring this episode. Link in the description. More on them in a second. So a couple of drunk stories to start the podcast here, Frankie C.
It was a good start.
It is a good start. Let's go with drunk Tom Brady. I can't believe what Tom Brady was doing today. They had this parade to celebrate the Super Bowl, obviously, and because they're in Tampa. By the way, it's so crazy. Like, they didn't have to travel anywhere to the Super Bowl. When it was done, they were already home. Like,
see, that's a huge advantage. Once you figure out who the home team is, like who the two teams are, I feel like then decide where the Super Bowl is going to be.
Nah, you're wrong. Anyway,
you have 2 weeks.
This was you don't get it. You still don't get it. It takes a long time for people to get there. All right. This was Tom Brady.
How long does it take? It takes 3 hours by plane to get wherever the hell you want in this country.
By the way, this is a visual one for people that are listening to the podcast. There's Tom Brady on one boat, and you could see him getting ready to heave the Lombardi trophy over to Gronk, who's over on the other boat. He's going a one and a two. I
don't have a good feeling about this.
And then he gives it the old chuckaroo. There it goes. Now, in the Super Bowl, Gronk caught everything that Brady threw at him, so he caught the trophy, but the famed Vince Lombardi trophy was hurled by a drunken athlete earlier today.
It could have been sitting at the bottom of whatever the hell body of water they were on.
Yeah, basically. Now, if you're like, boy, Ant, you're a little presumptuous. How do you know that he was drunk and intoxicated? Well, my wife sent me this just a little while ago of him literally being taken out of whatever area they were in, and he was being carried by this dude. Let's see if I can do this. Almost.
Right there. You got it.
Look at this guy. Look at that. That's a drunk guy right there, Frank.
That is a drunk guy. When one person needs two hands to steer you, yeah.
You nailed it.
You do not have all your faculties.
He was basically being steered by another human being, was steering him.
Hey, you know what? God bless. You know, he deserves it. He could be drunk all he wants. Go for it. Have a good time. The man has earned it.
Listen, agreed. He won his, seventh Super Bowl championship? I mean, he's not driving.
7 more than me, so I'm catching up.
Well, I think you're going to get there one day if you keep working.
I'm only 7 away. It's not a big number.
But he wasn't driving. He was partaking responsibly and,
All good stuff. Get drunk. You're the champion of the world, baby.
Yeah, I mean, that's what it's all about, that big celebration with your teammates and everything. I gasped when I saw that Lombardi trophy, though, go hurling through the air.
I can imagine, those guys in white gloves that carry those things around.
Yeah.
Going, but then they realize, oh, wait, we have the best thrower and catcher in the world.
Still
throwing and catching these things. I think we're all right.
Weird thing is, drunk Tom Brady on a boat completed more passes with the trophy than Patrick Mahomes did all Super Bowl game long.
Boom.
Suck on
Rim
it, Mahomes.
Shot.
Yeah. Next time, try harder, loser.
Right.
Uncalled for.
So you're telling me Mahomes and I have the same amount of Super Bowl wins?
No, he won one last year.
Oh, damn it. All right, so I'm only one behind him. That's not bad. I got time to catch up.
Yeah, you'll get there one day. We're going to stay on the drunk theme here. We're sticking with the drunkards to start the podcast today. Bruce Springsteen, who also had a big part in the Super Bowl with the Jeep commercial that we talked about on a previous podcast, which I loved so much. I thought it was really nice.
Yeah, good one.
By the way, I said that I was surprised that there wasn't more backlash from the Trump people about the ad. I was correct. I was just early. It took like a day or two for that like to
Wait,
build
backlash for what?
a backlash towards the Jeep ad because in the ad it was like reunited America. It's like the bad man's gone. Now we can be like all together
Oh,
again.
okay. So you think it was a big slap in the face to Trump?
I thought it was. I thought that the hardcore Trump people were gonna hate it, and then nothing, and then but sure enough, it did come. It was delayed a little bit. But anyway, Bruce. Turns out we found out today that back in November, he was arrested for suspicion of DWI and reckless driving in New Jersey, which let me just say this as somebody who grew up in New York and spent every summer in New Jersey. Do you know how reckless you have to be driving to stand out in the crowd of already reckless New Jersey drivers? I mean, they all drive reckless. They're horrible drivers.
I don't know how you got a Jersey license plate. That's your license to be reckless. But yeah, you're right. To stand out, it's got to be bad.
Got to be bad. It's got to be bad. By the way, got to be really bad because Bruce Springsteen, and I've seen this. Again, I said I spent every summer in New Jersey. I once, did I ever tell you my Bruce Springsteen story?
Nope.
Do you know the fable about Bill Murray coming up to your table, eating a French fry and going, nobody, he looks at you and he goes, nobody's going to believe, like everybody tells you that's that story, that old wives' tale. And it's made up, but like everybody tells it and they go, no, this happened to my cousin. You're like, no, it didn't. It's a made up story. Let me tell you the Bruce Springsteen story. I'm in Jersey, okay? I'm walking with my cousin. Bruce comes up to us. He murders my cousin. He looks me right in the eye and he goes, nobody is going to believe this. And he was right, Frank. Nobody did believe it.
Yeah, nobody's buying that, man. I mean, it sucks for you and your cousin.
Yeah. But it was hard for my aunt in particular. She really took it hard.
I would imagine.
Her only child.
I bet she's probably not a fan of his music anymore.
No, still listens.
But you never know. Does she believe you? She
went to
the word for it?
No. She went to the last tour. We got tickets. It was great. It was a good show. It was a really, really good show.
So she doesn't believe you.
He did Rosalita. We were all just thrilled. We were all just...
Okay. The boss can do what he wants. That's why he's the boss.
Yeah. But I obviously a kid, but my cousin, who really does live in Jersey, has seen him and play. Like
allegedly.
He can do no wrong. He walks on water. It's like Billy Joel or Alec Baldwin here. Like he doesn't pay for anything. Nobody ever lets him, you can't, he goes in for a bagel. They're like, just take it, please. Everybody's super nice to him. So I can't imagine the cop that pulls over Bruce and actually arrests him for suspicion of DWI and reckless driving. I'm shocked to hear this.
Yeah, I mean, what do you do, though? If you're the cop and you pull over Bruce Springsteen, I mean, you want to be cool, but you also don't want to let this guy drive wherever he's going drunk.
Yeah.
So I would say, all right, I got you. What do you give him a lift? I mean, you can't. How do you let that slide? Unless he's really bombed. I don't know. How do you?
It's kind of
driving. Serious.
It's very serious. Yeah. It's very serious. It's a tough call because you don't want to, And again, it's your idol.
Don't want to be not cool.
And I know it's the cop's idol because if the cop is in Jersey, it's his idol. It's just the way it is. So but you can't let him off the hook because if you do, you're kind of condoning that. You're letting him know like you can do this whenever you want, and we're gonna be okay with it.
Now, I mean, so what? Did he have to? Do they spend any time in lockup?
So I find it interesting that it was suspicion of driving drunk. So I don't know if the cop, if that was the favor that he didn't give him the breathalyzer or told him well, also there's got to be there should be a body cam or a dashboard cam of the incident that's probably going to find its way. See, that's the other thing too. If you're the cop and you're on dashboard cam, and it's Bruce, you can't let him off the hook because you're on cam. You got
to answer to your boss and everything, and then you probably lose your job.
You lose your job.
So if this happened when? This was in November, right?
So November 14th, he was hit with 3 citations and arrested for suspicion of DWI, reckless driving, and consuming alcohol in a closed area. A National Park Service spokeswoman said to the LA Times today. Springsteen was reportedly cooperative during the process, she said via email. Bruce has a court date in the next few weeks, according to TMZ, which first reported the arrest today. Again, TMZ first to the story. It was unclear why the news was revealed only now. Springsteen was pulled over on that November Saturday in Gateway National Recreation Area. Does that sound familiar to you?
No, it does not.
Okay.
No, I don't know that area. Just good thing he wasn't on the streets of Philadelphia. I know we can't see them right now as we're doing this, but I know there's like pun after pun going on in the comments right now.
Gateway National Recreational Area is in Sandy Hook, New Jersey. It is, in addition to that property, there's also a portion of Staten Island that is part of the Gateway National Recreation Area, and Jamaica Bay, which Frank literally grew up and spent half his life in Howard Beach, New York. So that's why I asked you if it sounded familiar. So those are some historical areas. Springsteen and his wife, who live in Colts Neck, New Jersey, just southwest of the park at Sandy Hook. Let me see here. I thought there was more for what they did. No, there wasn't. Yeah, so that's.
The citation doesn't mean he was arrested.
I guess you're right. Well, no, does it say he was arrested?
You said he was arrested.
I said he was arrested. Yeah, he was arrested.
All right, so he was put in handcuffs and thrown in the drunk tank.
Yeah. I mean, it sounded like it sounded now. So I won reckless driving. Yeah, it sounded like he was driving drunk at 71 too. At 70,
he's 71.
71,
dude.
It's not Florida, guy. If this was Florida behavior, this is an average Tuesday. But New Jersey, it's November. It's cold. Like,
he probably figures no one's on the road.
Here's the thing: if Gary over at the plant gets, I could see him wanting to go to the old park and drink. But Springsteen literally lives on a 400-acre farm. Why are you driving to the park when you could drive down the end of your driveway?
If I'm Bruce Springsteen, I would have. I mean, why would I drive even if I'm not planning on? I don't know. If I'm going somewhere, how easy would it be to get someone to drive you?
Yeah, it should be super easy.
You call a car. You know
what the thing
Bruce
is?
Springsteen wants a car.
What's weird? We're used to seeing celebrities coming out of limos at award shows and for Letterman and all that kind of jazz. They're normal. They don't live that life. Like most of them just kind of.
No, I know.
Hop in the car.
But
and
if you're wherever you are drunk, it's not like I can't get a car at this time or I don't know any numbers. You're Bruce Springsteen. I'm sure you've had a car pick you up more than once in your life, and you're used to that. Call a cab. Call someone.
But my man is Jersey as Jersey gets because he literally was like in a park with his wife having some beer. Like, I mean, that's so Jersey. It's 14-year-old kid Jersey, but it's very Jersey.
Hey,
you know what I mean?
People in Jersey play by their own rules, as far as I know.
71, and he's acting like he's 17, this friggin' guy. He
doesn't look 71.
No, he doesn't. By the way, drunk driving, not a great look if you've just become the spokesperson during a Super Bowl commercial for a car brand. So Jeep already yanked the Super Bowl ad down from YouTube.
Oh, that's unnecessary, though. I feel.
Yeah. But how do we know
he
wasn't drunk driving in the ad, Frank?
The age-old question. I don't know. Is he drunk to work? I don't know.
This is the beginning of Bruce's cancellation, I have a feeling. I'm
Oh
good.
God. You're not allowed to make any mistakes anymore. This is it. Everybody's got to be perfect.
Everybody's got to be perfect.
You can't mess up even slightly, or else your whole life is over.
Or else you're out of here.
Now, if only he was hurling trophies at his friends on a boat, he would have been fine.
He would have been just fine. There would have been no issues. No cause.
No problem there at all.
No cause for concern whatsoever. Yeah, absolutely.
Speaking of cause for concern,
I'm frankly worried. I'm just very, very worried right now. Jay Sabs joins the program. What up, Jay Sabs?
Did you mean me?
no.
Oh, okay. Good. Just checking.
Well, we're all concerned about you. No particular reason.
Well, there's so
We're
many
concerned-
to choose from.
We're concerned about how close to the camera you always are.
Why am I so close?
I
don't know.
So,
I do not know. What is President Donald Trump going to do next? That is coming up on this episode. Stay tuned.
well, whatever it is, it's going to be the best in the world with the best people. That's going to be huge.
All right, Rock and Roll Hall of Fame announced their 2021 nominees. 16 possible noms could get in this time around. Class of 2021. The list is Jay-Z,
Yes.
Foo Fighters, Mary J. Blige, Iron Maiden, Tina Turner, The Go-Go's, Rage Against the Machine, Kate Bush, Devo, Chaka Khan, Carole King, Fela Kuti, LL Cool J, New York Dolls, Todd Rundgren, and Dionne Warwick.
Nice. I'm surprised most of them aren't
Or
already
not in
there.
it, right? Me too.
Yeah. 7 of those 16 I just named are on the ballot for the first time. That includes the Foo Fighters, Go-Go's, Iron Maiden, Jay-Z, Tina Turner, Fela Kuti, and Dionne Warwick.
How is Dionne Warwick and Tina Turner either not already in or not on the ballot a million times?
Right, Frank? I mean, this
Legend.
is the first time I ever agree with you about anything.
Yeah.
Right?
Just
Let us
kidding.
check outside to see if the world is ending.
That is weird. Yeah, because you had to been
Right.
1995 was the cutoff. So she released, Tina would release the album. So did Dionne way before that. That's really bizarre.
that's very
Dionne and Tina,
odd.
they're from the 60s.
Yeah. I mean, I could see there being a little bit of a surprise though, because Tina was in Ike and Tina. It wasn't until the 80s really, until she went solo. Or late 70s, maybe early 80s.
Yeah.
Either way.
Right. She should be in it. Right.
But she wouldn't have been eligible under Ike and Tina. Then Ike and Tina would have had to have been nominated. This is just as a solo artist.
oh.
Right. Well,
You know.
sure, but she's been a solo artist since when? Since the 80s, you said.
Since at least.
That's almost 40 years.
Private dancer.
Don't say that, Frank.
Dancer for
truth.
money. Out of this list, now I thought Biggie should have gone in immediately. I don't think
I
he
agree.
did. I think he was a year behind. He went in his second year, which is an insult.
Wait, Biggie's already
Slap
in?
in the face.
But Jay-Z is a billionaire. Can you keep Jay-Z as deserving as some of the older artists are? Can you keep Jay-Z not a first ballot Hall of Famer with what he's done?
Right.
How many do they let in?
I think only 5,
Only 5.
which is a problem because that's a tough list. Now, Nirvana got in first ballot, and that wasn't even a year or two ago. It seems kind of crazy that Foo Fighters are up so quickly thereafter, but
Yeah, Foo Fighters is a little premature, I feel.
you think
Maybe
so?
slightly.
That's what she said.
Just a little slightly, I think.
Because
Sorry,
I
it's been
feel
a
like
while. That's what she
Premature
said.
inauguration.
I feel like from 96 on, there was no bigger hard rock band in the world than Foo Fighters.
I don't know about that.
They just did everything.
Did they do everything?
They were like everything. It was like MTV Awards.
They had a lot of things.
There was like just a lot of things. It was just constantly Foo Fighters selling out Wembley Stadium and
Right.
headlining all
Frank's
these.
thinking. Frank's comparing in
Yeah.
his head right now to Metallica.
No,
you know he's
no,
doing
no.
that.
No, I'm not. I'm comparing against. I mean, it's 5 a year, 5 groups a year, or 5 entries a year. Not what she said. But I feel no, there are bigger, more deserving. Like on that list, LL Cool J should be in there.
Yeah, I'm surprised he's not either.
See, what's weird is like LL pioneered for guys like Jay-Z. So
Damn right.
influential, I get it. And, but Jay-Z was way more successful. And I honestly, personally,
Jay-Z
way
too
better.
should be in there.
Yeah, way better.
Yeah. That definitely Dionne Warwick and Tina Turner. And
I could keep Dionne Warwick out.
Really?
Yeah, I could.
How else would we know the way to San Jose?
I honestly, like, her music kind of sucks, if you ask me. Like, it's okay.
Oh, you kind of suck.
I get it. Like, I'm not against Dionne Warwick, but I mean, if we're talking about crossing a name off this list, that's first on the list. Like Tina Turner.
No, if we're talking about crossing a name off the list, it's the New York, whatever the hell you said.
Oh, the New York Dolls?
Dolls.
Come on.
New York Dolls.
One of the most influential punk bands ever.
Stop it.
Buster
They're not as
Poindexter.
big as Dionne Warwick. Sorry.
That's what friends are for.
Dionne Warwick is more
She doesn't
of a
sing that
legend
song,
than the
right?
New York
Does she?
Dolls.
No, I don't think so.
I'll tell you who I want to keep off this list and out of music altogether is that Devo. I cannot stand Devo. I hate it.
Yeah, no.
Devo, well, I mean, a couple of big songs.
No,
that I could think
one.
of, but
They're a one-hit wonder. Whip this, you son of a bitch.
true.
Enough already.
You gotta
I can't
whip it
stand
good.
it. Yeah.
stupid hats.
Oh, the outfit. And then I got people that I love. Apologies to Drew, one of my fellow DJs. He just like, you don't understand, man. They're so good. I'm like, they're not, though. They're really not. They're awful. I can't
Is he
stand
the
them.
DJ though? You know, the Long Island DJ that got arrested.
No, he's not that.
There are a
DJ.
lot more Long Island DJs than you think.
Who, was that guy on the air anywhere, or was he just a wedding DJ? I think he was like a wedding DJ.
No, I think he was on the air.
What station
That's
though? I didn't see. Greg
I thought
something?
so.
Frank, did
I
you
didn't
know
see
him?
it. I didn't read it. No, I
Yeah.
didn't read the article. So apparently, if people who don't realize what we're talking about, there was a DJ on Long Island who was arrested for what? For
Smoking marijuana.
which I didn't think you can get arrested for anymore.
In the Capitol, probably.
No, he got arrested for being a part of the Capitol thing, not
Right,
the
but he was
marijuana.
Capital
also-
thing. Oh, okay, I didn't know.
It was he was photographed smoking,
Oh,
and that's how he was recognized. I think.
Got it.
Oh, all right.
Got it.
There. Well, then he's an asshole. So good for him.
Damn. Frank.
So again, LL Cool J should be in.
Salty.
What? If you were at the Capitol and you rioted, you're an asshole. That's the end of story. Am I wrong?
Okay, I apologize. Foo Fighters and Jay-Z are the only acts this year to appear on the ballot in their first year of eligibility. So those other names I said are the first time that they were on the ballot, but
And they got in first.
they were eligible before, right? Just Jay-Z and Foo Fighters are on the ballot in their first year of eligibility.
So this is their first year of eligibility?
First time that they could be on the ballot.
Why?
That's
I mean,
kinda
they've
weird,
been
too.
around forever. What's the criteria?
The criteria is 25 years from your first album or
Wow.
single.
It's been more than 25 years since LL Cool J's first album, right?
Yeah, but that's not him. He's not part of this. Foo Fighters
Oh,
and
I think you
Jay-Z
said-
are the only ones in their first year of
Oh,
eligibility.
okay.
So their stuff came out in 95, which is why they're good to go now.
Cool.
Yeah.
We'll see
I am in. Get them in.
what's going on here.
You all right? What's wrong?
By the way,
Everything looks fine on our end.
Tina Turner did get in 1991 with Ike and Tina Turner. So she is already in the Hall of Fame. This is the first time she's being nominated, even though she was eligible to be nominated before this as a solo artist.
Go, Tina, go.
Yeah. If I had to pick 5, I'm going Jay-Z, Foo Fighters, Tina, Carole King.
Yes.
Boy, that fifth one is a tough one.
Can you go through the list one more time?
Here's the full list. Jay-Z, Foo Fighters, Mary J. Blige, Iron Maiden, Tina Turner, The Go-Go's, Rage Against the Machine, Kate Bush, Devo, Chaka Khan, Carole King, Fela Kuti, LL Cool J, New York Dolls, Todd Rundgren, and Dionne Warwick.
I would say Iron Maiden. I put them in there.
You know what? Fifth, I'm going to put Todd Rundgren. I feel like Todd Rundgren, I Saw the Light, might be the greatest song ever written.
All right, you're just on drugs now.
Jen, what's wrong with him tonight?
No, that's a great
All right,
song.
Welcome to the Janine and Frank show, featuring Anthony. The only two people making sense tonight.
That's an awesome. I Saw the Light.
Well, don't go crazy, Frank.
Listen,
Closer than he is.
Not right now because it's during this show. But when you guys get a chance, go to Spotify, put in Todd Rundgren, I Saw the Light.
Yeah, we know the song. We all know. You
And
don't
just-
have Iron Maiden, The Trooper.
So
Better
good.
song.
So good. Such a good song. No. I'm sorry. Not I Saw the Light. That's a good song. What I meant to say was Hello, It's Me. That is top.
Yeah, if you want to
Hello,
be
It's
depressed
Me.
and kill yourself, maybe.
No.
Oh, I don't know.
No. So good. So good. You people don't know what you're
Trooper.
talking about.
Iron Maiden, baby. They should be in.
Iron
That's
Maiden
my
stuff.
fifth.
Iron Maiden's
We're
got to
at
wait.
Cap-
Rage Against the Machine's got to wait too.
Iron Maiden's been around way longer than Rage. And Run to the Hills. It's a great song.
You
But
run to the hills.
okay.
I run to the hills when people start talking about Iron Maiden should get into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Let's
Definitely
talk
Carole
about
King, though.
let's talk about Lawyer Cat.
Oh,
your
my
cat.
God.
This was
Gotta love this.
a phenomenal thing today. There was a court hearing today via Zoom, and
Today? It wasn't today.
I wasn't today. What's the date
No.
on this?
It was yesterday, the day before.
All right, yesterday or the day before, and one of the lawyers had a cat filter on his Zoom and couldn't figure out how to get the cat filter off.
Do we know what the case was about?
You have a filter turned on in the video settings. You might want to.
A little closer, Ed.
We're trying to. Can you hear me, Judge?
I can filter.
It is, and I don't know how to remove it. I've got my assistant here. She's trying to, but I'm prepared to go forward with it. I'm here live. I'm not a cat.
I like how he edited that.
I can see
That guy's going to be on Dancing with the Stars
I
next
think
year.
if you click.
Right?
He's the latest thing, and that's it. He's going to catch fire.
That is so
Forget
good.
your law career.
I'm here live. I'm not a cat. I love that. That's just such a. That's such a. By the way,
Sure, you know that.
By the way, that is something Garfield would say. Okay, so I don't know exactly if I would have trusted that 100% if I was the judge at the time.
Now, do we
Right.
know what the case was? Was it a serious like a murder trial or something?
No, I don't know what the case was. I was trying to come up with a cat
Couldn't have
joke
been
there,
too
but-
serious if it was on Zoom.
No,
That's
but I think a lot of the cases are on Zoom now. I don't know if a lot of courts are
Really?
actually meeting in person for things. Yeah, I think there's a lot of Zoom.
Who needs a
calls.
stenographer then? Just record it. Hit record.
Yeah. Well, stenographers are out of work. They're
They still no. They
Yeah.
still have to. They still have to actually record it. Because I know someone who's one.
And they still have to sit there.
They
and-
still work. They still work though. They go into
That's good.
office. Yeah.
That I'll never understand. It looks like they're pressing the same three keys, and yet they're taking everything you say down.
yeah. I
I
still
know.
don't understand how that works. I still don't get
Me
it.
neither.
It makes no sense to me.
It's a miracle that they do that. It really, really is. Now, when the cat was talking, do you think the stenographer was like, the cat said, and then typed out whatever the cat was saying?
Cat.
That's a
Colon.
good question, Anthony.
That is a good question.
That is great, though. I mean, the fact that they chose to release that too.
Right. And
Janine,
know
were you
what?
setting
The
me up
memes
for
from
something?
it?
Were you setting me
What'd
up
you
for
say?
something that I just missed? Were you?
Almost, but you left, so it's okay.
All right.
Yeah, for some reason your focus is on the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
See? I could have said anything just there. You're not even listening.
Yeah.
What?
How many
Like,
cocks did you suck last night? Oh yeah, 3 or 4.
Hello, It's Me is the greatest song ever. Let's talk about the High C McDonald's story. I love
What
that.
is this story?
I love that we're in an era. It's a boring story at face value. McDonald's is bringing back their High C lava burst.
Lava burst?
Yeah, High C orange lava
said.
burst. I love that. Again, people talk about the bad parts of social media. Here's one of the instances where there's a good part. Like social media has crippled corrupt governments and forced McDonald's to bring back the orange soda.
I mean, right.
This is what the internet was made for. Good news like this.
I think so. Just moments ago, McDonald's sent out this tweet letting everybody know. Nice presentation. High C orange lava burst will officially come back to the menu in the U.S. by summer 2021. And at the end, they put, please stop emailing me about this now. That was from the VP of marketing over at McDonald's.
Stop emailing me. McDonald's is now an entity.
Right.
It is.
It goes by the
fully,
pronouns.
Yes, it is fully aware of itself and will take over the world.
Can we all agree, though, and I feel like it's just solely because they just loaded up with tons of the soda syrup, that soda at McDonald's is the best soda ever tastes ever?
I mean,
I've always said that soda out of the fountain is the best.
it is truly the best. I haven't had McDonald's in I don't even know how long, but I just think of that cold, crisp soda.
Oh, so good.
And those
So
salty
good.
ass fries.
Yes.
Is there anything
I'm
better?
going to get McDonald's after this.
Right? Is there anything better than an ice cold Coca-Cola from McDonald's? Just
Nothing.
coming, sliding
And
down
then
your
large
throat,
fries.
and that's salty
No.
fries. Again, I don't do meth, unlike some people on the panel. But I would imagine that if you were a hardcore drug addict, I feel like eating McDonald's is the closest you can get to it, where you know it's not good for you as you're doing it, but you're still just enjoying the hell out of it.
Probably, right?
Yeah.
There's got to be something in there that they're not telling us.
You know what?
Why is it so addictive?
I don't know. Crack. You know what messed me up was that that guy who did the documentary on McDonald's. The hell was his name?
I purposely avoided that. Supersize Me?
Super Size Me. That mess. I forget the name of the guy. That messed me up because he says something in there. He goes, when I'm about to eat, like he was like 25 days in of eating this stuff. And he was getting all fat and just unhealthy. He's like ready to die. And he's like, when I'm Super Size Me was a documentary where a guy ate nothing but McDonald's for 30 days, in case anybody doesn't know. And 25 days in, he goes, when I'm about to eat, when I know I'm going to McDonald's, he's like, I am euphoric. He's like, I am so happy. He's like, and then I get in there and I smell it and then I'm eating it and it's so good. He goes, and then 10 minutes after, just depression washes. And I'm like, that is exactly how I feel every single time I eat McDonald's. It's exactly
Why did
how.
I do that?
That's
Why
a drug,
did I do
man.
that?
And
I feel like that's how I felt after we did PDQ.
Really?
But it's good.
I loved it, and while I was eating it, and it was really good actually. And afterwards, I didn't feel like crap, so that was good. I guess because it
You
wasn't
didn't.
swimming in like oil. I mean, it was a little greasy, but
yeah, no, it wasn't as bad as McDonald's feeling, but I get what you're saying because I feel like in general too, sometimes like when you go to eat like a good meal, like it's the same thing. You're so happy while you're doing it, and then when you're done, you're like, oh God.
Oh God, why did I do that?
Why did I do that?
Why did I do that?
Yeah.
there's a barrier, and once you eat a little bit past that barrier, you're
Yeah,
on the other side of it, and you're like, that's it.
you're like,
I
I'm
feel
not
like
coming
crap.
back from this.
Yeah.
This is the worst day of my life, and I'm gonna die now. But as long as you keep it before that barrier, you're good.
God, I'm drinking water and I want nothing more than a Coke from McDonald's, ice cold. Something about the ice too. McDonald's and Starbucks has exquisite ice.
You know who has exquisite ice, which you tried? Sonic.
Sonic does? Yeah.
Yes.
They get their
They
recipe.
do.
You know what
They
they
have
should do?
little bowls of ice.
I've seen those. Yes. Yeah.
Cool.
See, I feel like
Why don't they
that's
just
that's the donut hole to the McDonald's and Starbucks ice, where it's that cube, but it has that little scoopy indent to it.
Yeah, what is that?
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I think
weird.
somewhere there's a bunch of little, elves, Keebler elves, scooping out the ice and sending one to Sonic and the other one to Starbucks.
Sonic.
See, if I was opening a fast food chain, what I would do is I would freeze the soda into cubes,
Oh yeah.
and I would make that my thing. Say, we don't give you water,
water
ice
it
cubes,
down.
so waters down your drink.
Actually, you know what I just saw that I'm gonna try, because I don't really like hot coffee so much now. Like, I'm an iced coffee drinker,
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
an iced espresso drinker.
Mm-hmm.
I saw that you freeze espresso like into cubes, and then you pour hot coffee over it. So it's still cold though, because you know how you can have like watered down taste to it,
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah,
iced
that's the
coffee,
thing, yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
But I want to try this because it's the key is the hot coffee over it.
Well, that's
Or
how you make
espresso.
iced coffee anyway, right? You have to start with hot coffee, or no?
Well, I don't know. I don't really make that. Starbucks makes it for me.
Yeah, but if you brewed coffee, she's saying brew coffee and then throw it in a tray when it cools and then throw it in the freezer and let it freeze.
Right.
what she-
Right.
That's what I'm saying. That's what everybody should do. We
But
got to
then-
switch from water.
But then you switch. But then you pour hot coffee over the iced espresso cubes.
But wouldn't you pour cold coffee?
no,
or
they
room-
said something about the hot coffee.
That because it melts the ice a little bit. Is that
I
what it
guess
is?
so.
And then maybe I guess so. That's
Yeah,
interesting.
you want it to melt that espresso into the coffee.
That's really interesting. We have a problem. I don't think they're talking
Oh,
about
I have a
this
problem.
in Ethiopia and other parts of the world where they're like, it'd be
No.
great. It's-
Yeah, when you're bored with the food you got, that's a problem.
we're sitting
Well,
here
we
literally
should
trying.
make this better.
We're trying
Let
to
me make this
eliminate
better.
water from our beverages, and there are parts of the world where, like, what would be great is some water. I'd love to just get some
Water
running
would be
water.
wonderful.
Yeah.
2 tablespoons of water would be great right now.
What is that? A frozen cube of water in your soda? Oh, how do you live?
Pish tosh, get that away.
God,
Well, I always say I'm not a huge water drinker. I should
huge.
be, but I always think of water as an ingredient, like salt.
Really?
You know.
Oh, no.
It's
I'm a
good
water
to add it.
drinker.
No, I know it should be. It's more in my diet.
It's an ingredient. I like that.
It's an ingredient. It's
Put
like
some
salt
water.
and pepper.
Put some water in this iced tea.
I'm not just gonna eat a handful of salt. I'm not just gonna drink a cup of water. You got to add it to stuff.
I got to tell you, how long have we known each other, Frank? For 30-something years? 28
Right.
years? Whatever it is? I don't think I've ever wanted to punch you in the face more than when you said, I think of water as an ingredient. I really... that might have been the worst thing you ever said.
It is an ingredient. You add it to everything.
I'd like
Just
to
add water.
I'd like to add it to a washcloth and shove that down your throat, to be perfectly honest with you. That's the recipe.
I don't
Put
know
some
what kind of-
chloroform on it.
I don't know what kind of kinky crap you're into, but I'm not down with that. All right, you keep your stuff between you and Cuddles.
All right. Let's talk about Clubhouse. Clubhouse, which we are on right now. So if you don't know, this is the first time we have ever done the show on Clubhouse, in addition to all the podcast networks that we're on: Stitcher, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcast, whatever else.
YouTube,
Facebook. We're on Clubhouse too. So Clubhouse is a new social media for audio only. And I think it's very new. I think it's more for like speeches. It's kind of like a TEDx, a TED Talks thing, but just the audio version of it. So people go in and you could look around at you can go into different rooms, and in those rooms, they're having talks and conversations, and it's all happening in real time. And you can schedule them and do all that sorts of thing. Clubhouse has been a buzz for the longest time. Like it is, I haven't heard this much buzz about a social media network since Musical.ly became TikTok. And that was, so it's been a while. So anyway, people are buzzing about this Clubhouse like crazy. So obviously in the business that we're in, I go, all right, let me check out this Clubhouse. So a couple of weeks ago, I go and I download it. Go to sign up for it, and they go pick a name. So I pick Anthony on air, and they go, thanks, we'll let you know when you get in. And I was like, huh, I'm not
a membership to the Clubhouse.
I'm not good enough to get into the Clubhouse. So they were you have to be invited by somebody. You have to get an invitation from somebody who's already in the cool Clubhouse to come in to the Clubhouse.
Do you know anybody?
Guys, I'll send you an invite, okay?
I don't know anybody. At least I didn't.
So you're out right now.
I didn't think I knew anybody until New York Yankee great Jim Leyritz himself invited your old pal Ant into Clubhouse.
What?
Yep. I got the notification. Jim Leyritz.
What are you laughing at?
Janine's face just then.
Okay.
I get the notification. I go, Jim, wow, what? I'm like, why would Jim Leyritz invite me into Clubhouse? I forgot I had Jim Leyritz on.
First of all, it's Leyritz.
Jim Leyritz. What did I say, Leyritz?
Right.
Jim Leyritz.
Leyritz.
I had.
First of all.
So how do you even know it's really him?
No, it's really him. I had him on my show, and it took me a while.
His name. Hold on. I gotta grab his name here.
It took me a while to remember, but as it turns out, I play in this softball game, this charity softball game in East Hampton every year, and Jim came a couple of years, and I had him on the show, and we hit it off.
Jim.
I haven't. Jim and I haven't.
When you know him like you do,
we haven't talked.
Jim.
We haven't talked in a long time.
Sometimes it's Jimmy.
Yeah.
J Dog.
J Dubs.
Oh.
Jimmy L's, I like to call him when we're just palling
Jimmy
around.
The Ritz.
Yeah.
Putting on the Ritz.
When we're grilling up some brats in the old backyard.
It sounds like you and old Jimbo go back a ways.
You know what? Jim is a good old friend, and he's never said anything dumb to me like I consider water to be an ingredient. So that's why I appreciate his friendship so much.
He's also a Hall of Famer, so that's another one he's got on me.
Yes, he also helped.
Two things.
He also helped the Yankees win a World Series, so he's got a lot of good things going on for himself.
He has a few things. That's it.
Yeah,
just a couple.
But no, in all seriousness, I looked at the thing and I was like, Jim Leyritz. I'm like, what I haven't spoken to the guy in like 4 years. And to have him, what I think happened was I must have been in his phone because we did talk.
It came up in the contacts or something.
Yep, and he must have invited everyone in his phone, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. Sorry.
Because
I
when
was waiting for you to say it, and I was like, he's not going to say it, is he?
Because when I joined, the same thing happened. But I will say, you had the option to uncheck everybody, and I know that because I specifically unchecked Frank and Janine to make sure that they weren't allowed in.
That's fine. Why don't you get old Jimbo to come on the show?
I can get Jim Leyritz on anytime. That is not a problem.
You get Jim Leyritz, and pun intended, that's a home run.
You want to have Jim Leyritz on? New York Yankee legend, hero to all Yankee fans.
Let's do it. Get the old Ritz.
Jamie.
It has to.
That's what they call him.
It has to hurt that, especially me being a proud Mets fan, some of our Yankee fan friends out there, that Jim Leyritz treasures my friendship so much.
Not for nothing. That's pretty cool. He's probably like, who the fuck is this Anthony Famago?
Yeah. I'm having a little
what the fuck
trouble
is going
believing
on?
this, by the way. I don't even think it's the real Jim Leyritz.
No, it's the real. It's him. I checked. It's on Clubhouse.
All right. No, I believe you.
You could look. Oh wait, no. I'm sorry. You're
not
a member of Clubhouse.
So wait, now I do know somebody that's a member.
Yeah, no, I'm
Who?
going to invite you and Janine
him.
in. So for anybody, by the way, anybody who's listening or watching that is a member of Clubhouse, follow us
Right.
on Clubhouse at Anthony on Air. And I guess you get notified when we start the show, and so you'll be able to hear the podcast. If
So
you
you can't post pictures, you can't post video. It's strictly audio.
it's just strictly audio, and you scroll through the feed, and the feed is just all rooms where people are talking, or like a schedule. Like
Well,
you'll
I
know,
like this.
This is
It's
coming
like an
up.
old AOL chat room.
Kind of. It's weird. And I'm surprised it's so popular, but it's like hugely popular because, and here's the thing, you hear stories, and I feel like this is all paid. Like they'll pay these celebrities to do this, but you'll hear stories like
Oh, sure.
Tiffany Haddish popped in, or this one, they just like popped in, and like sometimes they'll talk, and then sometimes they'll just sit there and like listen to a conversation going on. And, so
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
I don't know how real it is. I also feel like
Right.
if it is real, they're probably getting paid to go there and be there and cause the buzz and all that. But still,
You never know. Celebrities might just get, curious about jumping into other rooms, just
yeah.
showing their face and saying hi, see how people react. That'd be cool. If I was that famous, I'd probably do that every now and then.
Yeah, so we're on right now, and there's nobody, because nobody knows about it though. That's the thing. Like nobody knows.
How old is
Jim
Clubhouse?
Leyritz does.
It's only a few months old. It's not, but supposedly it's growing pretty huge, and they didn't.
That's what she said.
Man,
But this is a common strategy among social media networks to limit things at first, create this buzz, create this desire, and then when you open it up, everybody goes in and joins.
all right. So are you saying we should do this? Should we join this Clubhouse thing?
Yeah, so we'll have an official one. I'll invite you and Janine, because I think you get two
Yes.
invites. So I'll invite you two guys.
Oh yes.
You can only invite 2 people.
You can only invite 2 people. Yeah.
Well, then
Wow.
how Jim Leyritz invite you?
Ooh, he used his 1 of 2 invites on you.
Wait a second. Maybe you can do more than 2 people? I don't know. No, it says you now have 2 invites. I was literally I wonder who Jim Leyritz's other invite was. I'm sure it was somebody important like Barack Obama.
You and Barack Obama on Jim
You think he
Leyritz's.
even knows him? Doubt it.
So,
I think so.
how was his wedding, Jim? Were you like the best man, or?
Yeah, Frank, here's the thing. When you're friends with as many high-powered celebrities as I am, you don't go gossiping every little detail. They don't like that.
I got
Me
it.
too.
I see. All right.
You know what? I shouldn't say it like that. We don't like being treated that way.
Gotcha.
We don't.
Well, I'm obviously not good enough to be on this show. So.
I wanted you to chime in and say we.
Because I was waiting. Well, I'm looking at the scroll on the side of the video here, on the other side of JSABS, and I saw the whole Leyritz Clubhouse thing. I'm like, all right, something happened at the Yankee Clubhouse or something. I'm like, what the hell's going on?
Oh, we still got 2 more subjects.
Don't be so enthusiastic about the show you co-host, Janine.
I
Oh
finally made it so I could see it. So
Oh, good.
Well, all right.
There you go.
Good.
I finally made it.
8 months into her
Attempt.
run, and JSAB finally figured out how to operate the camera system. Good.
Oh, okay. Now I see why I'm so close.
You good
Is
now?
that Snapple water, Frank?
I got to be honest with you. I never had these issues that I have with you
This is-
with Jim Leyritz.
Arizona. Well, listen, when it's the Anthony and Leyritz show, then you two make your own little rules. You have your own little Clubhouse handshake. You do.
Wait,
your
Frank, hold on. Wait,
inside
hold on.
jokes.
Hang on. I'm getting a text message from Jim here. Let me just answer.
Hold on. Why is that guy Frank talking about me?
Anytime, buddy. You know what else I like about Jim Leyritz, too, besides the fact that he hit a lot of home runs and won a championship for New York City?
That he's the godfather to your kids.
He doesn't. No. That's somebody else altogether. Warren Beatty. Might have heard of him. He doesn't hang stupid shit from his coat rack. And it's so refreshing because it feels like
What is on your coat rack?
everybody's got to have like a
Worry
gimmick
about it.
these days. And just, what's great about Jim Leyritz? He's a spectacular athlete, but he doesn't walk on water. He doesn't want to be in that whole rat race of like, look at me, I hang stuff on my coat rack, which I appreciate.
Now that's a very exclusive club. Hanging things that aren't jackets on your coat rack. Not a lot of people can pull that off.
No.
I'm starting a new app called Coat Rack.
Hold on a second.
And I'm only going to invite a few people.
Getting a text here. An exclusive club for losers.
Hey, everybody, hold on. Because
Good
it's
one,
gonna be
Jim.
great. What was it?
Jim said an exclusive club for losers. I'm texting back. Good one.
Fine. Only losers are allowed to my Coat Rack app. It's just all coat rack talk all the time. What do you hang on your coat rack?
That's it.
How big is your coat rack? That's what she said.
By the way,
Frank,
I don't like to give Frank, as you can tell, any sort of compliment at all whatsoever. But a very attractive young lady professed her love for Frank in the last episode.
can we just talk about that for a minute? You know how people use other people's profile pictures?
Yeah.
Is it so hard to believe, J-Sab, that a fan can both
Not at all.
be in love with me and be attractive?
Not at all.
Could be a fake thing. It could be a fake thing, but there it is right there.
By the way,
There it is. She says, I
what
love
is
the
it?
man in the
I
middle.
I love the guy in the middle.
Yeah.
Listen, once you reach coat rack status, you got to beat
All
them
the
away
girls
with a
want to
stick.
bang you, Frankie. All the
That's what it's
girls
all
want to
about.
bang you.
When you're hanging stuff on your coat rack, you got to be careful because you get too popular. When you're hanging things like laundry baskets on your coat rack.
Hang on. I'm going to write to her
Laundry
right
basket, by the
now.
way.
I'm going to write to her right now. Just so you know,
Oh, God, here we go.
the man in the middle doesn't know Jim Leyritz.
I am proud of it.
Send. Okay. No, but I was surprised because
Don't
even
make
if
fun of my fans, by the way. My fans are very loyal. My fans, they know what they're talking about. They're smart people.
Oh my God.
I will say that the J-Sab and Frankie, the ones who love you guys, they love you guys. They really, really do. Which I can't
They're the
understand,
best.
but
I don't think I have any
what are you,
friends.
people are into whatever they're into. I don't know.
People who into weird stuff.
I think I'm taking that as
I
not
can't
a
explain
compliment.
it.
Well, whatever. Let's talk about Epstein Island. Oh, you know what? Let's talk about Hero Soap Company before we get into.
Ooh, I love to get clean.
I always like to talk about the clean soap before we get into the dirty topics. Hero Soap Company, proud sponsor of the episode. By the way, as far as soaps go, Jim Leyritz of soaps right here. This will win you a World Series for sure. 1,000%. This soap
Hall
is
of Fame right there.
Hall of Fame. First ballot, Foo Fighter-esque Hall of Famer right here. Hero Soap Company. I like the spearmint. I like the peppermint and cool. Lavender is also one of my faves. We're getting really close to Valentine's Day. Not sure if you'll get it in time, but if you order the subscription, that might be a cool thing to just wrap up a piece of paper or put it in the card for your significant other. Tell them, I got your soap for a year from the best soap company on the planet. They're so good that when you buy a bar, they send a bar over to the troops. They also take some money and they build homes for those veterans coming back from serving. Lovely. How could you not be in love with Hero Soap Company? And you can save 20% off on that subscription by using the promo code Anthony. Purchase with the link in the description only. I apologize to our new Clubhouse people. I don't know how to do a description there, so there is no link there. You'll have to go somewhere else. You can go to anthonyonair.com for your link. There you go.
What kind of crap show you running here?
I don't know. I literally don't know. I didn't even know if it was going to work, this little thing. Somebody's following me.
That's what she said.
Somebody just... So
You
I didn't know
who
if,
put up with this kind of amateur
I
hour?
don't even know it's
Jim
going to work,
Leyritz.
this little thing.
I don't know. Yeah, but I took a blue pill and all of a sudden it started working. So that
Oh.
was my experience with Clubhouse.
Oof.
Somebody's following me on Clubhouse. I don't know who it is. And I don't even know how to check who it is. It just says one person. I don't know.
Jim Leyritz.
It's Jim Leyritz.
It's probably him. You
He's
guys.
like, I'm just going to follow everyone who I suggested.
I can
Who's this
see
guy?
a year from now, Jim Leyritz stalking you, just for some reason, he's got some weird obsession with you,
That'd be hilarious.
and he's just like annoying you, and you finally you just snap, and you had enough of him, and he becomes like this, he moves in next door to you, and he's always like knocking on your door and wants to come
Is
in.
this like
I would
some
love
kind
it.
of weird sexual fantasy, Frank?
No,
I think it's
No,
Fatal
when you
Attraction.
go-
I think this is the plot to Fatal Attraction, I
He
think.
ties him up and he
I don't
pulls a
know
ball
why-
gag in his mouth. Yes,
You
I
gotta go
like where you're
sexual.
going with this.
why do you gotta go sexual? I'm going creepy horror story, not sexual.
Okay.
It feels like you're mixing
I
the
didn't
plot
finish.
of Fatal Attraction and that one scene from Pulp Fiction with the guy with the ball gag. That's what it feels like.
Nobody said ball gag.
I heard
I
ball
did.
gag.
Yeah, she said ball gag. No ball gag in my story.
I think we're
He's like,
definitely
not yet.
That's the second.
Hold
year.
on.
definitely
I'm
going to
coming
get
to it.
flagged on this
That's
episode.
the sequel.
They're going to be like, too many
Oh, yeah,
mentions
we're getting
of
sued
ball
by
gag.
Leyritz, by the
Yeah.
way.
Oh, yeah. Jim Leyritz is the best. Jim Leyritz can do no wrong in my eyes. He can move in and get obsessed with me. I'd love every minute of it.
You
Gotta
know how
love
like
Jim
you go to Google and you search something and then search by category news. This is going to come up, and then before this, the previous news story was 15 years ago.
That's insulting.
See,
Leyritz
I don't know
is
why
a
you gotta
national treasure.
insult Anthony's best friend. Like
Yeah,
that.
I will not tolerate you talking about my real friends like that. Okay,
I'm
Jay
sorry.
Sams? Apologize to Mr. Leyritz.
Anthony's adopted father,
Yeah.
Uncle
Epstein.
Jim.
Epstein. Remember what we talked about last episode? They had to cut off the victims fund because they weren't selling the homes that they were trying to sell. Now they're trying to sell the island down there in what is that? I forget, the Virgin Islands, U.S. Virgin Islands. Is that where it is?
I guess.
Little St. James Island, which is his island. They're trying
Nice.
to sell that, and supposedly they have somebody interested.
I mean, does that somebody bulldoze the place? What do you do with that?
I don't know. We talked about this before. I don't want to rehash the same
Yeah.
old stuff, but it's so weird. Like it's like
There are other islands. Buy a different island.
buy a different island. Yeah, but
Unless it's on
unless it-
for like super sale.
I was gonna say, it's
I
got to
mean,
be a
then you
huge
kinda
discount.
Huge.
I do not envy the real estate person trying to sell that place.
no, neither do
Yeah.
I.
They got to disclose everything that went on.
Right.
But do we know? So how does the real estate person disclose what went on if that's all still if it's not clear what went on?
By the way,
100%.
They have to say allegedly.
according to this, they said they've expressions of interest from numerous parties regarding the 2 U.S.
Right.
Virgin Island properties, and two to three bona fide offers to purchase them have come in.
See?
Is
I
there?
believe that.
What's the price? Do they say how much it is?
It doesn't say the price, but there is an update on the Manhattan estate, the mansion in New York City. They first listed it for $88 million. It is down to $65 million right now.
Ooh.
Yeah, another few months it'll be down to like 35 mil.
Yeah, that's a $23 million drop. That's a lot. That's a lot of money.
That's significant.
Yeah,
Damn.
yeah, it really is.
Who wants these places? Like, I want. Do they? They can't tell you who's bidding on the houses. That's like private information.
I guess so, yeah. They updated the compensation program numbers too. Since June of 2020, the Victims Fund received more than 150 claims and has paid out $55 million to claimants, according to a program administrator.
You want to see how much money I could get?
What?
You have to prove it. One of the
I know.
spokespeople says the state-funded program is more than $87 million to pay claimants, in addition to separate payments covering the fund's ongoing operations. That's the other thing too. They got to pay people to run this fund. So, yeah.
I don't know, man. I mean, so the structure still stands, right? On the island, like the house is still there.
Yeah.
They're selling it as is.
Yeah.
They didn't do anything to the island. I'm sure they took whatever they had to take from it.
Well, that's the thing. Like you'll say like, oh, they'll just just buy another island. But that island, I'll tell you the way people think, who probably don't care about this. They'll be like, yeah, but that island already has plumbing. Island already has electricity.
Yeah, it's true.
That island already has
probably in the right location.
Yeah,
it's probably got, it's probably way cheaper than a comparable island of the same size.
That's what they're going to say to themselves to be like, this is okay. This is justified.
Oh boy.
Of course, there's a ton of people who think there's like bodies buried underneath there, and maybe there are. I don't know. I'm not saying that there's not, but I also
who knows what's going on.
Can I just say this? We had such an old school crazy attack come back from Monday's episode. We were talking about the Weeknd's performance, and there was like 100 people that were like, yeah, his theme was Satan, or there was a message from Satan, and I was like, this was the crazy we grew up with. Like, that's what I'm used to,
It's
like
unbelievable. I don't know what, if you see a Super Bowl performance and think Satan, you gotta look at yourself.
Frank, you have to open your mind a little bit, okay?
Yeah, I don't think you're looking at the right things there, buddy. No, but people saw Satan's in Elvis's wiggling hips on the Ed Sullivan show. People are losing their minds. Like it was refreshing to get that old school crazy back.
Wait though. Imagine those people now listening to WAP and Up and Crybaby. Just imagine those people. Oh my God! I mean, because my mother hates when I play that song in the car with her. So
that's why they made fainting couches back then.
Yeah, but you also
it's serious though.
You also put all the windows down and blast it, and sing it to people next to you. That's why your mom is so embarrassed by it.
I do, but it's crazy what the normal used to be.
Yeah. But people who see, I mean, what part of it? What is it, like something he sang, or is it the visual imagery of?
It's the visual. I saw someone posted a video on TikTok about it, and I mean, if you're not looking for it, you don't see it. But once they post this video, I'm going to send this video to you, Frank.
What was it? What did it show?
They showed an image of Satan or whatever in the back.
Like it was a picture of a devil.
Not a picture. It was like I
if
guess
you
a
combine
silhouette.
a bunch of things, a silhouette.
Yeah, I don't know.
So a shadow.
Oh, there we go.
I think they're all wearing red jackets, and they had the weird face things on. It looked all very demonic.
The jock straps.
Yeah.
As far as I know, I mean, I don't know personally, but I don't know if Satan wears a jock strap. Maybe he does.
I don't know. But
on his head. I don't know.
For the 5 or 6 people that wrote us a comment that was like, "What are you, stupid?" It was Satan. I just enjoyed every last minute. I read them all 3 or 4 times.
The devil's going to get you, Bobby.
I don't know. People see. I've people when they see stuff like that, it's people seeing what they want to see, or it's already in their minds. They're looking for it.
Look at this devil on the TV, Bobby.
Of course,
and they're all related to Bobby.
Yeah.
Right.
I had this woman. I'll never forget this. I had this woman call me once when I was doing the morning show, and she goes, "I love listening to you. I really, really enjoy it." I was like, "Oh, thank you." She's like, "Honestly, you're one of the best DJs." I'm like, "That's awesome." She goes, "I'll tell you what, my favorite way to listen to you." She goes, "Now I was on a station that was on 92.9. She goes, "My favorite way to listen to you is I put 929 on my microwave, and I hit start, and I hear you, and you sound so good." And I was like, "Okay." It's like, appreciate
and
that.
You have the nerve to talk about my fans?
Listen, don't you know she DJ'd to you? Wicka wicka.
I don't know.
Always comes back to that. But
I don't know about that, Janine, but I do know that this past Sunday, that lady saw Satan at the Super Bowl halftime show for sure.
She definitely did.
For sure.
Just pray she didn't put the popcorn setting on, because then that's the line. You can't cross that line once you go past popcorn.
She puts it on the meat setting, definitely.
Defrost, baby.
I was like, just don't put any tinfoil in there while you're listening, please. Do me the favor. I don't want to see you.
He did that once before.
Leave the tinfoil on your head.
Yeah.
Is that too far? No, that's no good. No, actually, we joke. But
I'm not joking about that.
Hopefully that lady is okay.
They're going to
getting
read
the
our
help she
minds,
needs.
Bobby.
And finally, as promised, what Donald Trump is going to do next. We figured it out.
What did you figure out?
It's out there, but we've been able to confirm it. I can't believe I didn't think of this either, of what he's going to do next. But it totally makes a lot of
Sex doll.
sense.
I don't
Sex
think
doll.
it's going to be a success. Like that could be. I bet there are people that would buy that.
Well, people were saying, I don't know about sex doll. That wasn't thrown out around. That was a new addition from Janine just now. But people were saying
Just thought of it.
his own TV network. He's going to run again in 2024. I think legitimately this is it. I think he's going to start his own social media network. That's what I think he goes and does.
Yeah, that's the rumor. I mean, I don't know. We have a ton of them. He could just go on to Parlor and just have all his people, you know.
Isn't that banned now?
Yeah, Parlor's like banned.
Yeah.
Oh, good. Well,
So they'll ban this one too. You know, these
no,
liberal
it'll be his
platforms.
own thing. He would run it, so
I think he's going to come
Well-
up.
only he could ban himself.
I think he's going to come up with ways to keep himself like legitimately in it.
All right,
Well,
let's
good for
see.
him. Let him stay in the corner and shout into the wind, and that'll be fine.
If
Okay, let's see.
if Trump started his own network, his own social media network, what do you think? What do you think Donald Trump calls his social media network?
The Don.
No, it'll be Trump. Or, I don't. It'll probably just be Trump.
Trump.
Social media or whatever the hell.
That's
Trump.
it. I can see that. Excuse
Huge
me.
Trump.
Excuse me. Excuse me. Used to tweet it. Now we're going to trumpet.
Trumpet. You got to trumpet. You play the trumpet, and now you got to trumpet.
Trumpet.
Frank, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that motion for you anymore.
No.
We're gonna
How
trumpet.
else would you?
It's
how
gonna
else would
be.
you mime trumpet.
It's gonna be fantastic. I'm gonna tell you what we're gonna do on trumpet.
Trumper. It's called Trumper.
Everything on trumpet is going to have small, tiny letters. This way, Sleepy Joe can't read the writing. It won't be for old people.
Plus, my tiny hands can work the keys.
It'll
Move
be
it,
small.
Joe. Move it.
No, Sleepy
The
Joe. We're
White
gonna
House is
have.
called
We're
Trader
gonna have
Joe's.
Trader Joe. The White House will be labeled Trader Joe's on trumpet. It's gonna be fantastic. Everybody's gonna love trumping Trader Joe's.
Look, even Frank liked that one.
I think it's going to be all. The default setting is all caps. You can't change it to lowercase.
There's not going to be a sad emoji. It's just going to be SAD. Just sad. Sad.
Sad.
Yeah.
Hashtag sad.
The Democrats spoke again today. Sad. And that'll be it.
It's no longer. It's no longer a hashtag. It's a Trump tag.
Trump tags all around for everybody.
You got Trump
When
tag.
is he supposed to deliver this?
Very soon. We're developing it right now.
Ooh.
It's fantastic. By the way,
soon as Mexico
Well,
pays
we
for the wall.
really haven't heard from him now.
it's in beta.
I mean, you can't.
It's in beta. You know who's on it? Hannity, Tucker. They're all there. No Sleepy Joe. But we're bringing social media back. We're making social media, great again. By the
You won't be banned on here.
Excuse me. China, not allowed. Just like persona non grata. This is persona non China.
Nice.
I like it.
China's persona non China. Oh, here's the best part. Same way Tom made everybody be his friend on MySpace. Everybody has to follow Big Daddy Trump once they get on. I'll also need a whiteboard so I can take a photo in front of it, turning around, just like creepy Tom did back in the MySpace days.
Oh God.
Plus, I'm still going by president. I'm still President Trump on this, only in this place. President Trump.
At POTUS45.
You could call me by my full name, President Trump.
President Trump. Find me at President Trump on the new trumpet. It's gonna. Oh, there will be no blue verified check marks. There will be none of that. No more Facebook, Twitter. They're all blue. Trumpet will be gold, classy, fantastic.
I thought it would be orange.
No. Orange is not allowed.
Not orange. Okay. The orange has been removed from the color wheel. There is no orange allowed in trumpet.
Yeah. In fact, no blue verified check marks. Instead, we will only put red devil marks on liberals and Democrats. That'll be the only way. That'll be
That's
it.
how we know.
That's how we'll know.
That's how I can identify them.
Yes.
I need small pictures to help me identify people.
Yes. No. By the way, very few advertisements, so it's nice and classy. McDonald's can advertise. Chipotle cannot. No Chipotle advertisements. Not at all.
And you know how, there are how many characters on Twitter?
180. Very restrictive. Not American.
Restrictive.
Not free speech.
No. They have
Not
140,
American.
180 characters,
We have 181.
but we have only the best characters. We're making a new language. They use the American alphabet. We are using the Trump alphabet.
The Trump of that.
Better characters.
Yeah.
Only the best letters.
No retweeting.
How many people are getting annoyed by us right now in the comments?
No retweeting. Only retrumping. To be
They
nice
trumpet.
and fantastic.
I'm going to re-Trump you.
By the way, just to show that I'm more fair than social media, Hillary will be allowed to join. She's allowed in. However, we will be emailing passwords out, so I don't know if she'll be able to complete her registration.
Oh, man.
Not classy.
But
Not
if she does anything wrong, we're going to lock her up
Yes,
or lock her out.
it's going to be fantastic. We hired a developer to write it. We've fired that developer, but we hired another developer. We've also fired that one. But then we got a new developer in to write the code for this new social media network. He's fantastic. I mean, he wasn't allowed in the country when I was president, but anyway, now he's running and writing all the code, and it's just where it's going to be fantastic.
We expect him to be released from prison soon.
Yes.
Once he's out of jail, he'll write the code.
Sleepy Joe will be allowed on, but we will ban him a few weeks later just so he sees how it feels. That'll be the way.
I can't
we're
be the
gonna
only
do that.
president.
I
Ben.
mean,
Yes.
We're gonna let President Lincoln on because he was the greatest president besides me. President Lincoln's allowed in. He's still alive, right? President Lincoln.
Lincoln and Trump, only two presidents allowed on trumpet.
Who was the guy he thought was alive and died like 100 years ago? I forget who he said.
I don't know.
Oh, it was fantastic. Though.
go look in your diary, Frank.
Excuse me.
All right,
Excuse me. I will say on trumpet, the best, most accurate weather reports you could ask for by Sharpie. It'll be just fantastic. Weather reports right on your trumpet feed. It'll be quite lovely. It'll be quite lovely. Frank is allowed on. He'll be there, but red verified devil horns right next to his at Frank the liberal pussy handle.
it.
That's what his.
I'm going to choose I'm choosing liberals. I'm choosing your usernames for you.
Frank's
You
name
can
will
come
be
on.
Frank's name will be at Sleepy Liberal Pussy. That'll be how you want to follow
I
Frank
actually like that
on
name.
trumpet.
That's not a bad name. That's going to be my new email address
Joe-
at gmail.com.
Yeah. Dementia Joe at.
But when you sign in and you want to say something to someone, you're only allowed to use one term.
Oh,
Oh, Hillary Clinton, yours is cunt forever,
Ah,
ever. We're not even drinking.
no.
why not? It's Wednesday, damn it.
I know.
Could you imagine a Trump social media? I mean, it would just.
It's a mess.
Well, you
It's gonna
guys
be a
didn't
huge
imagine
mess.
it at all just now, so.
Yeah, we pretty much outlined all of it. By the way, some good ideas in there, and some really.
Not too bad.
I like the picking of the liberal names. I mean, that's.
Don Lemon
He's
will
gonna
be there.
appoint-
Don Lemon
gonna
will be. Lemon hates the Second Amendment. Okay, and he's in, and there you go. It'd just be fantastic.
God.
Sleepy Chuck Schumer will be allowed in. He will be there. He will be Schumer my guns away. I don't know. I got nothing. I'm running out of steam.
Oh, man. I thought you
Bill
had
Clinton will be loves to come on Monica Dress at Twitter, tomtwitter.com.
And if you screw up, you say something bad.
Oh, you
fined
seem to have some kind of
$130,000.
animal behind you, Frank.
What? Thanks for stepping on my joke.
No,
Damn it.
you have something crawling behind you.
Cool.
Really? That's scary.
His wife just walked past him.
Oh, I didn't see that. I didn't see that. Rosie will be allowed on the platform. She will be at pig. That'll be that simple. Just add pig to if you want to trumpet Rosie. That'll be her thing.
Oh, God.
Megyn Kelly will be on there, but we can't say her name on YouTube. We will get flagged, suspended. Not free speech on YouTube, unlike trumpet. Follow me there at POTUS
We
Rules.
say anything and everything.
Say anything. Kamala Sucks will be Kamala's handle. Just simply Kamala Sucks. That'll be her handle there. And that'll be fantastic. And we'll have Fauci will be allowed in. He will have to wear 2 masks though. 2 masks if he wants to go on trumpet.
Fake doc.
Do you think if if you
There
sign
she
up to
goes
this
again.
website,
Hurry up.
say
Hurry
every
up,
time
behind your shoulder. Sorry.
Well, tell your
Never
wife to
mind.
stop walking in the middle of your jokes, Frank, and it'll stop means from interrupting you.
no, never mind. Go to another one. I'll come back with it.
Oh.
I was gonna say, so since it's a Trump social media page, you think it's free or do you have to pay?
Oh.
It's no.
That's
Excuse
a
me.
good question.
Excuse me. Trumpet will be completely for free. However, you must pass a certification course from Trump University, $39.95. That is it, and then everybody can get in once the course is followed. By the way, Frank's
If you
wife.
are liberal, it is not free.
Frank's wife will be on the platform. It'll be I heart this liberal pussy. That's how you can follow her. Frank's wife. I heart this liberal pussy. That's
another one. That's a good one. At gmail.com.
We're bringing back the word pussy on social media. We're not allowed to say it everywhere else, but on trumpet, you can say it. You can grab it. It's all good
fighting.
all the time.
We're
Also, my other
fighting
alter
the war
ego
on
name.
pussy.
Frank. I never thought I'd hear you say that word.
Well, let's say words. I know
I'm
English.
blushing. I'm blushing that Frank said that.
He said it. Anthony said it 2 seconds ago.
I did not. Donald Trump said it. That is a falsehood.
Oh, that's
Fake news. That is fake news. It will be flagged. It'll absolutely be flagged. Oh, we lost Frank and J Sabs. Oh, see. It's the government trying to stop trumpet. They're trying to slow us down on our new social media network. We will not allow it. We will stick with it. All right. Apologies for the bad Trump impression, but it's not like we get many good ones anyways. Fun episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. Apologize for using the P word so much at the end there. Make sure you guys are following on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram. We're on the Clubhouse now, at Anthony on Air, if you want to follow there and listen into the show live as we do it. Don't forget to visit our pals over at Hero Soap Company, link in the description below. Appreciate you guys as always. Links and other info at anthonyonair.com. Visit our merch store, visit our Clips channel, and we'll catch you on the next one.